Have you ever felt like we have lived all of this before? Wars, revolutions, collapsing empires, even the rise of powerful new technologies. It is as if humanity keeps pressing repeat on its own story. What if that feeling is not imagination? What if history itself runs on a secret rhythm, a hidden timeline that repeats every 400 years? Think about it. The year is 1600. The world burns with change. Empires are fighting for control. Faiths are divided. And disease spreads faster than any army. New continents are being discovered while old powers fade into dust. The printing press is changing how humans think, and the idea of truth itself begins to fracture. Now go back another 400 years to the 1200s. The Mongols sweep across Eurasia, destroying ancient kingdoms. Europe faces famine and fear. But somewhere, quietly, a spark ignites. A rebirth of science, art, and trade that will one day become the Renaissance. And 400 years before that, the world stands over the ashes of Rome. The empire that once united millions has shattered under the weight of its own corruption and loss of faith. Does that sound familiar to you? It feels as if humanity has a heartbeat, and every 400 years, that heart stops for a moment, before beating again, stronger, stranger, and new. Historians call it the Great Cycle. Every few centuries, civilizations grow beyond their limits. Then, the weight of their own complexity pulls them back down. When you chart these collapses and rebirths, Rome, the Abbasids, the Mongols, the Renaissance, the Industrial Age, they all align roughly within a 400-year pulse, a rhythm hidden beneath the surface of chaos. Is it all coincidence? Or could there be something deeper? A natural law that shapes history the same way gravity shapes the stars. Let us test this pattern in the modern age. The 1600s ended with revolutions and new empires, and the 1700s opened with the birth of democracy and science. The 2000s have brought the same pattern once more. Wars, collapse, transformation, and a flood of knowledge unlike anything before. In just a century, humanity has recreated almost every step of its ancient cycles. We built empires not from stone, but from data. Currencies not of gold, but of code. And once again, the system begins to tremble. We are more connected than ever, yet more divided than ever before. Our machines are growing wiser, while our wisdom grows thinner. Could this be the first sign of the next great reset? Every 400 years, something extraordinary happens. New knowledge appears, something that redefines what it means to be human. Around the year 400, the fall of Rome gave rise to Christianity as a global force. Around the year 800, the Islamic Golden Age began, preserving and advancing lost sciences. Around 1200, the rediscovery of ancient texts fueled the Renaissance. Around 1600, the scientific revolution changed everything we thought we knew. And now, in the 2000s, we are witnessing the birth of artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and digital consciousness. This may be the next chapter in the 400-year rhythm, the moment when humanity evolves or ends. But every reset begins with collapse. Before the Renaissance came plague. Before the Enlightenment came war. Before democracy came tyranny. Destruction has always been the doorway to renewal. Think of the forest that burns so new life can grow, or the wave that crashes only to rise again. Civilizations may follow the same law of nature. They must fall so they can remember how to rise. So the real question is not whether history repeats itself, but what we will do when it does. Perhaps we are not trapped inside the loop. Perhaps we are the loop. Our choices, our fears, our greed, and our hope. They echo through time like ripples across an endless sea. What if everything we build today, our technology, our beliefs, our culture, is already shaping the year 2400? One day, people not yet born will look back and ask, did they learn from the past? Or did they repeat it again? Maybe history is not trying to teach us what was, but to warn us about what will be if we refuse to listen. As we stand at the edge of another turning point, we must decide what kind of echo we will leave behind. Will we be the generation that breaks the cycle, or the one that proves it unbreakable? The past never truly dies. It whispers, it waits, and if you listen closely, you can still hear it breathing. This is Echoes of Time. If this story made you think, question, or wonder, then subscribe and join us as we explore the forgotten patterns that shape our world. Because the past is never gone, it is only waiting to be heard again.